Hello, everyone. Welcome. I have the cam set up a little bit differently. It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah. We're trying out a new cam setup since I'm starting to really not like putting a camera over the monitor. It kind of bugs me. I have no problem saying that. But we are going to try this out and see how it plays out. In the meantime, though, happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope everybody's had an awesome day. I've had a fairly good day. I've got some stuff to get off my chest, but I've had a fairly good day. Primarily just because we're still kind of locking down a lot of the holiday plans and end of year stuff, because unfortunately, like, I got to get that stuff done now. Otherwise, once we get into the middle of December, it's just gonna have to sit till January, just because I can't really afford to miss the bonus hours that I'm gonna get from it. And I'm pretty sure you guys kind of understand that opinion. You know, you don't want to miss out on the time and a half that you're going to be able to get from the holidays, because that's your bonus for the end of the year in a lot of cases. But hopefully all is well with you guys. It's been a busy day, but now I'm just going to go ahead and unwind a little bit with some games, and I know some people are going to be irritated. Oh no, it's WoW again. Well, I'm also unwinding a little bit. And by the way, I'm trying the mic a little bit further away from me, so if you guys can't hear me that well, let me know. But, yeah, I'm unwinding a little bit because I've also been trying to keep up with the news like anybody would. And one of the things that I've actually been very irritated with is the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. And so I'll probably get into that a little bit because I've made some decisions in regards to that, and it's nothing bad, and I'm not going to, like, I try very hard to avoid political stuff, but this is one of those things that I think it's not necessarily just political, but it's common sense. So let's get this run out of the way, and then we can, then we can worry about that. I am going to go ahead and take that right off the bat, and, I got some potions. Let me go ahead and get myself all prepped up. And we are just going to run through this. And I actually did get a question last time, like, why are you still playing WoW? Why are you, what's keeping you there? It's more of a stress relief thing right now. I don't, like, this just works for me, and it's partially just because I've become a real lover of things like building, or like doing builds for characters. And that's why I like the features of Torghast and Horrific Visions and stuff like that, is that it allows for me to be able to sit back and just be meticulous about a build and not have to worry about what's going on outside of this room, if that makes sense. Especially when I have to, focus on real life matters, and I'd much rather just kind of immerse myself in some good old RPG goodness, like the number crunching aspect and everything like that. So, yeah, I still actually really do enjoy. I enjoy two things in WoW still, and I know some people get irritated at that, but I do, and that is Torghast and transmog runs. I still enjoy doing that. I am going to grab that one because that is super helpful. So I think I went with Galactic Guardian. Okay. I love traps. I love them. Have I told you guys how much I love traps? Not those kinds of traps, internet. Calm down. Those traps are misleading. We'll get some Obleron Ephemera. There we go. This is what I mean. Like, this is how you make your build. Is with the anima powers within Torghast, you use this to make your build. Oh, and by the way, just in case Kasaibo's out there, Yes, I did watch the video. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. And I get why people are mad about it, but my answer to that is similar to a lot of things. If you can't take the heat, get out of the damn kitchen. Like, here's the horrible realization for people. You will get made fun of if you put yourself in the public eye. I have been made fun of on a number of occasions, and I'm not even all that public. But when I have been public and I have deserved the criticism, I have taken it. I'll fight back on some of the stuff I don't think I deserve, but I don't think that's necessarily out of line. Oh, I took way too many on. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what's killing me. Okay. This is what happens when you have all the colors kind of blend together in Torghast. Oh, and the other thing, too, is I'm also, tonight, testing out my personal Christmas present to myself this year, which is... people know, like, if you've followed my my gaming streams and things like that for a while, you will know that this has been a thing. Office chairs have always been a real problem for me, so I actually got myself a, recommended by some of you guys, a Lazy Boy executive chair to see if maybe that helps out, because I've done things like gaming chairs, and those just aren't comfortable. They don't provide the support that I would tend to like, and for the most part right now, I'm actually really enjoying this chair. I'm not looking to spend a whole lot of time in it, but like if I have to do an editing session, this is a lot more durable than some of the stuff the previous office chairs that I've worked with. And yes, one of them was a gaming chair. So for all the people like, I'll bet you haven't even tried it. No, I have. I've tried a gaming chair. They're not comfortable. Mm-mm. If you want me to try a gaming chair so bad, you can pay $700 and you can send it to me. Because I ain't doing it again. I didn't even pay $700 for the one that I got, but there's no way I'm paying $700 for a gaming chair. For $700, that gaming chair ought to give me a foot massage as well. Like, make it worth my freaking while. Okay. The only complaint that I would have with it right now is that it doesn't go too low, and the way that my desk is set up right now, it's pretty low. And so at that point, I have, like, right now I'm having to deal with my keyboard shelf just being, like, right on my legs. But, I mean, one of the things in the long run is I know that I'm going to replace my desk. So that'll be okay. This desk has been good to me for a couple of years, but eventually it needs to go away. Oh, hi, Indri. I gotta help you find your flute again? Yeah. This is one of the things I was really hoping that they would add in 9.1, which was more of these random quests and they did technically, but they're all covenant based. So at that point it's like, oh, great. Like, I get one additional one to help break up the monotony of it. Man, it would have been great if you just added in a couple of random ones. Like frickin' Crowman, they did that. Or, crap, who's the Knoll that... Is it Meatbag? It's something like that. It's like Meat Face or something like that. And he's a random one, but... this is a bad call. I don't really want the mastery. I guess I'll take blood-tinged teeth for bosses. Oh, hi. Hi, Indri's flute. Okay, give me another power, please. So, yes. So, if that's... I have luck on my side so far. Hopefully it stays that way. Okay. Hopefully this works. I don't have Cloak of Thorns yet, so I'm just relying on Bark Skin to bare minimum protect me. Oh, it's one of the hunter ones. This is gonna get annoying. I am the crippler. You will be crippled. Wow, he actually jumped far away enough that I could charge him. That was convenient. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do Curious Miasma. 98%. But at least I got the empowered bonus out of that. So, 2 of 5. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Oh, your leech is increased by 15%, but your shadow damage, it doesn't really matter, and I'm going to do Circlet of Weeds. Works better for me. I'm trying very hard not to hurry. Hey, Zero! So this is World of Furcraft. We don't speak of it, but yes. No, I'm kidding. No, this is Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I want to play Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Butters, go uninstall World of Warcraft. Go buy World of Warcraft, install it on your computer, and join the online sensation before we all murder you. Alright then. That reminds me, I still need to go. Now that's a bad decision. Oh God. Can I take that one back, please? Okay, because I have no other need for it. Which one sounds legit? Butters? I kind of have a Butters impression, but I kind of need to go higher, even though I know that Matt Stone doesn't. Let's do Bloating Fodder. It's all bad. I haven't even gotten the talents yet that let me repick. Ooh, yes. We want to convoke all night long. All night. Convoke all night. There we go. Oh, Butter sounds like the dude from Overwatch. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. I love Butters as a character. Like, he's the... I've now officially... Like, I love Kyle and Stan. Like, those are, in my opinion, like, the everyday dude. It being represented in South Park. But Butters is, like, the person we all aspire to be. And in some cases, like, he is the voice of sanity in this crazy podunk mountain town. And it's just great. Which reminds me, I still need to go watch the Pandemic special, and what was the other one that they just barely did? The I think it's the vaccine special. Oh. This isn't much better either. Obleron Endurance. And I can only do certain Butters lines. So, like, I can do the... I want to tell you Hello Kitty Island Adventure. What really I'm doing is, if you've ever watched the 7 Days to Air documentary, I'm doing the Matt Stone impression of Butters. What didn't you read it, Kyle? You should totally read. I would say disagree. See, I can't even put it on like a demo reel because I'd have to modify it, and I've been told it's not great to have too many modification ones on there, and I already have a few. So I did one that made me sound like James Earl Jones a little bit, just really deep, demonic kind of thing. And I did that to one of my favorite lines from The Flight of Dragons. If you know what that movie is, I will give you all gold stars. Because it's not available anymore. But I grew up with it. So... And to this day, I've never read the book that I know it has. Because I've never been able to get... There we go. Okay. Yes! Okay, I'm having a good run. So now, what is it? Convoke is 1.3? Okay. Yeah, this is great. They hear me convoking. They hating. I don't know what the rest of the dialogue is, but I'm just white and nerdy. Hello, Dark Souls, my old friend. I've come to punish myself again. 'Cause don't you see I will be rolling while the boss keeps me trolling. This is a regular WoW experience for me, by the way, is like I just kind of sing to myself while I'm playing the game. Just come up with the dumbest lyrics I could possibly think of. And after this run, I will get into a little bit of a discussion with you guys, because there is a few things I want to get off my chest, but nothing bad. Just want to give people a little bit of advice this year. And people might get mad at me for doing it, but I mean, what's the worst you could do? You can just hear me out and say no, and that's the end of it. Okay. They must have really nerfed Convoke in 9.15, and I'm just not aware of it. Because I swear I've been doing a lot more damage with Convoke than I have been recently. Oh, shit. And of course he got his accursed strength off, so now he's going to be hitting like a truck. At least for a little bit. Nope, screw you and your massive strike. And the horse that rode in on. Hey, RPX, how you doing? Let's see. You know what? Drought of Midday Calm. Okay. That's why at one point I actually did think about, like, because I do some of this stupid stuff in the booth, so to speak. When I say in the booth, I'm in here. Enjoy the holiday. Is there a holiday? That sounds really bad for me to say, but I don't keep track of anything anymore. Is there a holiday? Give me a second, guys. I need to double check this. Is there a holiday tomorrow? Because now that I think about it, my daughter has the not the day off, but she's getting a short day tomorrow. What is it? Is it Veterans? Why do I always think the Veterans Day is in September? Oh, do you want to know why I'm doing it? I think it's D-Day. I think it's the D-Day anniversary that's in September. I'm such a dingus. I'm so sorry. Yeah, if I'm going to go fishing tomorrow, love days off. Hey, dude, whatever floats your boat. I am happy for you. Like, you get to go and do something that you want to go do. I've actually done fishing, and I've not found it as relaxing as other people have. And in my defense here, like, some guys just love the sounds of nature and being part of that. Oh, shut up, you terror bastard. I'm not that guy. Like, I like nature sounds, but because I'm so much of a homebody, I don't like being in nature that long. Not because I don't find nature fun. It's like eventually allergies kick in and it's not, it becomes a chore at that point. Not everything is for everyone. Exactly. And I get plenty of crap in my family for that because we have, like, my dad was the science-y one, but he still liked to go out. And then the other two brothers in his family are the outdoorsy types. And then my mom's side of the family is they grew up on a farm. So they all love going outdoors. And then I just like am the sore, I'm the sore thumb in all of that bugs the crap out of them because I'm just happy being on the couch and content. High five for Arby's, yes. Oh, dude. As soon as as soon as Rising Sun gets here, I need to find that Arby's commercial that I keep on wanting to send him, where the guy basically loses his shit. Because I've been telling him for a while that I'm gonna find it. Okay, Orb of Replenishment. But yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. I just like catching the fish, and this is only recently. Oh, okay. Do you live in an area where you have a catch, what is it? A catching limit? Like, you can only catch so many and then you have to throw them back? Because, like, my state has that. I think it's like a 3. You can catch 3 fish and then you're done for the day. Everything else you have to throw back. I've been playing Destiny 2, but it's been pretty dead story-wise. I have heard that. I have heard. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, for some reason I can't remember. I think it's the Department of Sports and Recreation. They have a 3... Yeah, it's a 3 fish limit if you go out to, like, the big lakes and stuff like that. We have fish farms here in Michigan. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, because up the street, somebody tried to, like, the neighborhood area there called Daybreak, they tried to make their lakes into, like, a fish farm habitat, and I guess it didn't work out. Fish until your heart's content. Nice. And you get to keep them, too, and that would be awesome to me. We got community ponds. We can keep quite a bit, but you can catch and release as much as you want. Okay. That's awesome. I always thought it was dumb. Like, you're going to go fishing for the whole day. You know, you might as well be able to keep what you catch and utilize it. Because in a lot of cases, like in my area, it's trout. And trout aren't that big. Like, they feed one person. The only time I've seen anything bigger was when, like, my family went to Bear Lake. And Bear Lake is, like, hour and a half from where I live. So, depends on the season. Okay. What was really weird is when I was a kid, I actually wanted to try ice fishing. And here's the reason, and you can laugh at me and I don't care. I watched, for some reason I liked the movie Grumpy Old Men. And I always thought that the ice fishing scenes were like the greatest thing ever, just because it was like my own personal, like I could make it my own personal game room. And then, you know, when I look back at it as a teenager, I'm like, huh, that's probably really cold up there. Probably wouldn't work out. But I love that movie for a long time. Oh, cast a spell when you shape. Ooh, I like that. Like Kara Sash. Let's do that. It might be Silver Bass. Okay. I don't even know if we get bass up here. The only place where I know it changes for us is salmon. And it's just because, like, up in Idaho, like where a lot of my mom's family lives, one of the intersecting rivers that leads up into Oregon, where you see all the trout swim upstream, it goes through that part of Idaho. And so they are able to get salmon from that. You've never been fishing out of the back of your car? No. The only time I've ever done fishing was like with Boy Scouts and stuff like that, because I mean, I live in suburbs, so it's not like there was ponds and things like that around me the whole time. And, you know, we used to be really close to that pond area up the street, but my dad got in trouble. He wanted to try and he was building a model Nautilus, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea Nautilus, and he wanted to be able to put a camera in it and run it via remote control. And he wanted to take it into that pond for its like maiden voyage, and we never were able to get permission. And he asked so many times, I think he pissed off the HOA. So we never had that happen. We only go for like 3 hours or so. It's funny, I got into because we went to visit my father-in-law in Michigan, and I caught like 3 fish from a creek near his house. Nice. See, I know people who go out like when I did my fishing trip, it was like 6 hours out there, maybe longer, maybe like 8. And then we came home at night. You can pull your car right up to the fishing spot and go to town, then drive off. I like that idea. I like it. That's my kind of lazy. No problem saying that. That's my kind of lazy right there. Okay. That, and I've known some coworkers that like reserve spots out in not Tahoe, I think it's like Panama, and then they have like a recliner out there that they wheel it out and they use that to go fishing. That sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of good. Yes, there are fishing spots in Detroit. I'm sure there are. Like, I mean, there's city limits, but I think there's still suburb areas of Detroit, aren't there? That's where all the bears live, from what I'm told. I didn't know this, but I just barely read, like, apparently Detroit has a big bear problem. Oh, you suck. Okay. Nope, it looks like for my Veterans Day, I'm going to be taking my daughter to therapy. That's what I get to do. Yay. It's funny when there's a pizza shop next to the fishing supply shop. Or it gets funny. That's... Okay, maybe this is just me. That sounds like a great idea. Like, go to the Bass Pro Shop, get your bait, and then go and get whatever you want to eat at that point, and just go to town. Because to me, like, that's kind of the point of fishing, is like, you know, laziness but work, and the liquor store. Well, I think that's required at this point. Unless you live in my neck of the woods, and then it's Kool-Aid, probably. It's Jello. That's what it is. It's Jello. You have to drink Jello. It's just weird if you want to drink pudding. Then you want to drink the pudding. You have no idea how many liquor stores are in Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised at the number of liquor stores in any place other than where I live. I mean, here we're starting to see more liquor stores coming up. I don't want to say they're like down every block, but they're close. You can borderline trip over them. Is it basically where you can have like a Starbucks situation? We actually had this happen. They closed it down, but it was the funniest thing ever. Where you actually had two Starbucks right across the street from each other, and completely different staffs and all that. Are you basically saying that you have a liquor store of the same brand across the street from each other? Well, if you want to let me buy my booze, choice over there, well. There's a lot of liquor stores and churches here about every corner. Well, I mean, you're from Texas, right? So that kind of makes sense. Not from a stereotype perspective, but I mean, I live in Utah where a lot of this stuff was outlawed for the longest time, and now to see them around, it's ridiculous. Well, now to see them around, it's just like, wow, like this is how the state's changed. And I'm not saying that like I'm Puritan or anything like that. I just, wow, it's such a difference. Even worse, all four corners. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Well, you could take booze off the list. So in the strip mall with a Target, there's like four liquor stores just right next to it. But that's okay, because they all sell different types of liquor. See, for us, like around here specifically, vape is still a pretty big thing. So we have a lot of vape stores. We have lots and lots of vape stores, which is ridiculous. But, I mean, I guess whatever floats your boat. Yep, and that's not exaggerating. I didn't think you were. Look, drinking's not for me, but I can totally understand with those who do appreciate it. As long as you're doing it healthy. I mean, I've known people just like playing WoW and whatnot that would have like cocktails in the morning, and that seems a bit excessive. I have no problem saying. It gets really bad when you have liquor stores across the street from schools. Yeah, I'd have an issue with that. I'd absolutely have an issue with that. But then again, like I said, we have a vape problem here, and I can already tell you one school that has, not across the street, but a little bit further away, we have a vape store that like kids can walk to, and that's frustrating. Yeah, we don't go to that extent with them. Yeah, well, I mean, vaping's kind of out, isn't it? Like, that was what people were telling me, is like people are actually going back to cigarettes than dealing with vape. Which at this point, I mean, neither one's a healthy choice, but I mean, of the two evils, cigarettes probably is the lesser. Ooh, Ooh, you know what? Yes. I'll take that Subjugator's Manacles. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't do that. I think the most sad liquor store was a former, like, Circle K, and we go in and it has, like, 4 or 5 bottles, and it was super empty. Wow. Yeah, that's not a good sign. Are we talking, like, this is recently, or this was, like, a 2020 thing? Because I know supply and demand is become a bit of an issue, but I don't think alcohol was affected yet. I mean, unless you want exotic alcohol. Something beyond funny is having a liquor store inside of a precinct. Like a police precinct? Yeah, that's kind of funny. I mean, at that point, you have the drunk tank to be able to sleep in. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why the police wouldn't let the kids in to play Pokemon Go. Don't you guys realize we actually have a drunk tank and a liquor store in here? Yeah, you probably shouldn't be coming in. Oh, gosh. This was a while back, 4 years ago. Okay. Alright. I mean, I'm starting to see a little bit of empty store shelves, but it's more of, like, if I want to get the rare stuff, like a brand of chips or something like that hasn't been around for a year. But I didn't think it was affecting anything else. Did I just hear... Man, this radio that I have going on for the chat, like, for the chat is, like, it throws me off a couple of times. I think I just heard Ryo Hazuki. And then it makes me want to go. It makes me basically want to ask if any of you know any Chinese people. Do you know any Chinese people? Of course, man! And I have to go beat up the nearest ruffian. Sure, why not? Smuggled wild seed. This floor 4 is lasting a lot longer than I thought it would. Oh, and you know what? I have not been using this. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. I hate it when it gives me bad stats, but I'm stuck with it because 100 Phantasma. For whatever reason, most of the Chinese people here in Detroit are Jewish. What? Okay. That's interesting, to say the least. I saw some shortages when the news said something about it the week after everything was stocked. I think it's mostly people believing the hype. Probably. I mean, it's concerning just because of the fact that, you know, they're, like, people are overdoing it a little bit. And so we're having the toilet paper problem all over again. And that's where it gets annoying to me. Okay. Can I... Damn it. That won't work. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll have to do this then. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't do that. Do you want to know what I can do? I can do this. Kind of. Oh, well, that'll work too. I can probably do it this way. Oh no, Shiro. I seem to be trapped. I seem to be trapped. Okay. And that'll work. Yay. Stores still have liquor, so there's no shortage. Yeah. The only thing I've seen shortages on locally has been stuff like, if you want, like I said, if you want like rare flavored chips, or I think I've also seen like some stuff in the makeup aisles that was harder to get for women, because that's where they keep all the baby stuff, obviously, and so at that point it's like, okay, well then they're missing out on that. But I haven't really seen it majorly affect things. Freaking Nathrazine. Some bitch. Oh, cool. It's like, oh, infiltrators. Okay, I apparently got all of them. Imposter. Putting all enemies in a 12-yard radius into a deep sleep. Ooh. You know what? Sweet dreams. That would be cool. Alright, really quick. I can't remember who it is. Indigo. Oh, yeah. They're looking for a person. Yay! Okay. Give me my power. Ooh, activating shulks. Stunning enemies. Ooh. You know, this would have been really great if I was still working on floors. But since I'm not, I'm just going to get the 10 soul remnants. I think that's it for the floor, so... Ah! Oh, wait, my bad. That was not me. Yeah, I've actually had a really good run this time around. I got a lot more epic ones, just not the ones I was looking for. So I can think of other things to be complaining about. There we go. I will check the Discord in a minute, because I am almost done with this run. Are you telling me to not finish the run? Don't mess with my OCD like that, buddy. Once I start, I can't stop. Ooh, Earth Warden. I think I have that, but I don't think there's anything worthwhile. I mean, Guardian of Loon, but... Nah, I'm going to go with the Peridot. I'm just going to go with the damage, because we got boss on the next one. Oh. You know what? This chair is actually kind of working. I'm not as achy as I've been in past Wednesday streams. Okay, Dorado Midday Calm. We'll double up on that damage. Whee! Okay. So let's get some anima cells. Ooh, ephemera. Let's grab that. I keep on pressing the wrong buttons, damn it. There we go. Again, bad call. Okay, bloating fodder. It's a wasted choice. Blood Gorge Leech. I don't need the shield, because I'm almost done. It would be pointless. I know, I say a lot. That is a weird power. I've never come across anything like that. Okay, free a soul that follows and heals you. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. There's not really a whole lot good here. Okay, well, Dorado Midday Calm. I can grab that. And I guess Blood Gorge Leech. That was kind of a lame run. Or lame bunch of choices. Alright. Let's kill this guy, and then I'm going to take a break, have a little bit of discussion with you guys. I'll check the Discord at that point, and if I get my runs done early tonight, I might actually try and play another game, because I want to, like, be in for the long haul, just to test this chair out and see if it's gonna help or not. Oh, my bark skin is, like, absurdly overpowered right now. Come on, almost dead. If you make me use my Convoke, okay, thank you. Almost. Try to get my score up so I can do Adamant Volts. There we go. Okay, let's get the hell on out of here. And appropriately enough, I get the empowered one. Because of course I do. Alright. Let me check the box of many things. Okay, so I have 70. I don't think I can really get too much from that. Oh, one more and I can get the traps one. That'll be helpful. Okay, let's park you like right next to the other one. Cold Heart is not that bad. As long as I don't get frickin' upper reaches or Mortargar, I'm okay. Those are just annoying. Okay, so let's park for a minute and do that. Yeah, I'm still trying to work out the camera angle. I like it, but at the same time, it's also kind of blocking off my head. Thankfully, the mic is working for you guys, so that's going to be good for podcasts and stuff like that. I really like this setup better than anything else I've done. So check the Discord. What am I checking for? Are you shitting me? Do you know what's really sad? I'd try that. I would try that. Like, I haven't really been into the Lay's flavors at all. I mean, Andrea was willing to try out the biscuits and gravy one that they did, but I've kind of come to the understanding of why chicken and waffles is a thing, and why people like it as much as they do. So, interesting. Actually, really quick, let me make sure I've got all these up, because I don't want to miss anything. Loud and clear on the mic. Okay, good. Just to show people really quick what you sent me. Can I? Yeah, let's do that, and then. Yes, that is a real thing. I believe you. Let's see if I can actually show this, or not. I don't know. Let me see if I can show this. Let's see. Should we just do a screen? Screen capture, and we'll do... There we go. So there you go, guys. That's what I just barely got sent. And adding this on the fly. The sad reality is I'd probably try it. I probably would try a chicken and waffles flavored chip. Just to say that I had. But the other one that I've been told about is in Canada. It's not that bad? Okay. Um, the other one I've been told that I would probably enjoy, it's a Canadian thing, but it's a ketchup flavored chip. And I'd love to be able to try that, but every time I've looked for it, it's not available. That would be an interesting try for me, and this would too. So I actually might be a little bit okay with that. So let me bring this back up here. I kind of want to get this out of the way. It's not necessarily a bad thing, and I'm not necessarily that pissed off about it now, but I don't know if you guys have been following the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. I've been following it because ever since the riots that were happening last year, they really gained my interest, especially when I didn't get caught in the middle of like a nastier part of the protest, but I actually had to do a lot of deliveries for people in the protest, as well as I had that incident where I was in the middle of Salt Lake City and I got to see like some people trying to light fires. And so at that point, like, I'd been following all of this from there on in, and I'd been following the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. And specifically, I've been following the trial. And if you guys have seen any of the coverage of the trial, it's been outright disgraceful for the prosecution. They have looked like absolute scuzzbags the entire time. Check the stores around the bridge of the tunnel to Canada. From time to time, you find those products. Okay. I'll see if I can get some connections out there. Like, probably, I can guarantee you they're probably also selling them on like eBay and stuff like that. But it's actually been like it's been a crying shame to watch the Kyle Rittenhouse trial, because there has just been such sleazebag moves from the prosecution. The defense, I'm not going to say is doing a bad job. Man, they could be doing a whole lot better. And it makes me feel bad for Kyle, at least a little bit. Like, he's not getting the defense that I think the Sixth Amendment allows for him. But today really came to a head. If you guys have not seen the footage of the judge yelling at the prosecutor today, it was well deserved, because the line of questioning that he was doing with Kyle. So Kyle Rittenhouse took the stand today, and if you guys haven't seen that, I figure it was an open and shut case. It kind of is, but unfortunately, nobody told the prosecutor that, even though their complaint actually made a self-defense case. So Kyle was on the stand today, and we actually had a point where the prosecutor literally tried, and I want to say continued to try, and I don't know why he wasn't cut off again. He literally tried to make Kyle avail himself of his Fifth Amendment rights. He tried to get him to revoke his right to remain silent, and his right not to incriminate himself on the stand. And I know some people can make an argument of like, well, these are appropriate questions. The way that he was asking them, they were not appropriate. And so he got trashed by the judge today. And duly so for trying to, because there's easily a case now for the defense to motion for a mistrial based off of Fifth Amendment grounds. And it was absolutely disgusting watching him do that. And like I've said on Twitter to a few people, like, this is the reason people do not trust authority at this point, is scuzzbags like this prosecutor, who has, by the way, been a prosecutor for a very long time and worked with the best prosecutors. So I mean, I hate to pull out the Phoenix Wright reference, but this is Miles Edgeworth to, what's his name? Not Werner von Braun. That's not his name, but like this, he is a Miles Edgeworth, roughly. And then his master is like the best prosecutor in the States. And it was disgusting to watch, especially for somebody. I'm a constitutional guy. Hence why I have my viewpoints on freedom of speech and all that, because like these rights work. And there's a reason that nowhere else in the world are they implemented, and that's why we are as successful as a country as we are. It's on camera that the guy was running away, fell down and defended himself. Yeah, and then if you heard the prosecution today, he was literally trying to make the argument that he didn't do that. That he's basically... First of all, he tried to attack him, basically saying that since him and his best friend played Call of Duty all the time, that, you know, because video games are evil, that's why he did it. That's why he wanted to go out and help out the local businesses and try and do some EMT work, like actually try to help people out in the riots. So first of all, he tried to do the video games are bad argument, which was just flat. Just it went nowhere. Then he started to do the proverbial, well, he just wanted to be the typical white racist militiaman. And he kind of stuck with that for the longest time. Like, I'm kind of surprised he didn't immediately start calling Kyle Rittenhouse a redneck. It was disgusting. Sounds like I'm glad I didn't watch. I actually would recommend you watch, if you guys want, I could track down the video of the judge yelling at him. I've never seen a judge act like that, and the way that I look at it from a legal perspective, the last person you would want pissed at you in the court is the judge. Because the judge is in charge of your life, if you're the defendant. Like, he is basically dictating, in a sense, like, whether or not you get to continue to live your life. And for the lawyers, he is dictating your career, because he can end it. And I hope this guy, his career is ended as a prosecutor. He is absolute sleazebag. And if the city of, I don't know if it was the city of Kenosha or the county that hired him, if they don't fire him, they deserve every bit of contempt for it. It sounds like I'm glad I didn't watch. I would have been pissed. The judge needs to end that guy's career. Absolutely. I have a feeling that at the end of this, if a mistrial is declared, the judge is going to be putting in a couple of nasty words with the prosecutor's office. Like with the chief prosecutor's office. And if that doesn't get him fired, then I don't know what will. But, like, this guy is the literal example of sleazebag attorney and why nobody trusts anything that a prosecutor, even in my neck of the woods, nobody trusts prosecutors. And this guy's the reason why. We already went through the video games nonsense with Jack Thompson. Dude, this guy was the successor to Jack Thompson in the way that he presented his argument. Except I can't even believe I'm doing this. I'm complimenting Jack Thompson. Jack knew what he was talking about, at least to some extent. Like, he went and did some homework. This guy was ignorant as fuck. He deserves the same fate then. But that's not what I want to get off my chest, so to speak. The thing I want to bring up to you guys that actually supremely irritated me when going through this. Like, so I was watching some of the trial coverage, and then for people who know, like, I have a Twitter page, or I have a Twitter, and I've said it numerous times. Like, I basically use Twitter as like my own personal watching of a dumpster fire, and I'm happy to kind of keep it that way. Let me see if I can bring this up. Let's see. It should be up, but I don't know why it's not showing up. Oh, that might be why, because I've got it blocked off. I don't know why. I do. Oh, still not showing up. What the hell? Okay, I might need to bring this up again. Let's do this. Yes, I want to remove Chrome. Okay. Browser source. Let's do this then. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. So we'll get rid of that. I'm doing it on the fly. Isn't this just so great for you guys? Window capture. Let's do that. New source. And I want to capture Chrome. Not that one, but where is it? Oh, you know what? This is actually it. So this was the thing that really just irritated the living hell out of me. Not this one, but I want to bring it up anyway. Let's resize that and then bring it on down. There we go. Career ended with no mercy. Yellow Flash. Well, yeah, it is. So this tweet is from Yellow Flash, but this is the one that I kind of want to go over first, which is Aiden Paladin. I actually followed this tweet for a good portion of the day and actually pissed me the F off that this was even considered something that they wanted to joke about. So Tara Dublin, you can go fuck yourself, by the way, and you can go fuck yourself with the sharpest cactus that you can ever find. And that's the same face Kyle. So they're talking about how when Kyle was giving testimony of what he was going through, he had a PTSD attack on the stand, which is, I mean, it happens. And so he started hyperventilating and he made this face. Okay? It's not a fun thing, but what I want to actually highlight two things here. So first of all, Kirk Acevedo, you can go fuck yourself with the sharpest cactus that you could ever fucking find. I have zero sympathy for Kyle Rittenhouse. Black and Latino kids have been imprisoned and killed just for the color of their skin. He killed people. Yeah, fuck you. Absolutely fuck you. Okay? I get your argument, but if you're okay with him dying but nobody else dying, you're not winning any hearts and minds as far as I'm concerned, and you can go fuck yourself. With the sharpest cactus that you can possibly find, and I hope it goes right up your anus. And then you also have Tara Dublin, who can also go fuck herself. And that's the same face Kyle Rittenhouse will make during his first time in the prison shower. Do you want to know what made this even more funny? Is eventually I kind of went into the discussion from the people that were part of this conversation before she took it all down. Gee, it's almost like she shouldn't have come up with it to begin with. And it was full of women who are, you must believe all women. There's nothing but toxic masculinity in this world, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And so to this, I have the exact same thing to say. If you think that we should believe all women and you think rape is bad for women, and then you immediately make a joke about prison rape to about a 17-year-old boy, you can go fuck yourself with the hardest fucking cactus you can ever fucking find. Okay? Because I have no intention, I have no empathy or sympathy to want to negotiate with you in the slightest. And it's exactly how Aiden Paladin puts it in her reply to it. Remember, this is about justice, right? Not about politics. That's why they're giddy at the thought of an 18-year-old being raped in prison because of the color of his skin. These guys are the racists. These assholes are the sexists. The people who scream racist are usually the ones that are actually racist. Okay? That's the funniest irony about all of this, is that usually these fuckers are the ones who actually are racist. And it's exactly stated that way. This is not about left or right. If you're bringing your R and your D to this particular situation, you are doing it wrong. This isn't about politics. This isn't about tribes. This isn't about favorite sports team. This is about seeking actual justice. Kyle Rittenhouse was running for his life and in self-defense murdered 2 people. Okay? I'm not pussyfooting around that concept. He murdered 2 people. He injured a third. And so at this point, the purpose of this trial is to mete out justice for it. Actual justice. Not social justice, not what racial justice, whatever you're fucking going for. Actual justice. Should Kyle go to prison for that? Or should Kyle be allowed to live with the scars that he's going to have for the rest of his life over the fact that he has murdered people? I wish I could be nicer about that, but that's the breaks. He did do that. But I think he was justified in that regard. I think it was in self-defense. Because if, just like he said to the prosecutor today, with some of the people that were actually grabbing his gun, if they'd gotten a hold of his gun, he wouldn't be alive today. Yeah, the kid defended himself. It was a kill or be killed situation. Absolutely. And in some cases, like with Gage Grosskreutz, he was armed. And he actually could have fired at him. He had a gun aimed at his head. So, yeah, go F yourself on all of that. If you're doing this for politics and not for justice, get the fuck out of here. Honestly. And I know that's going to piss off some people that are here to be able to just sit back and enjoy games with me, but that's the breaks of this. Yes, the people he killed were white. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I don't really have sympathy for the people he killed, because here are the people he killed. Joseph Rosenbaum dated single mothers so he could sodomize their young sons. Convicted 5 times. 5. Yeah, I'm not sorry he's dead. I'm not even going to lie about it. I'm not going to pussyfoot around it. I'm not sorry he's dead. He made a dumbass decision and decided to rush at a person with a gun who was going to defend themselves. I have no sympathy for him. And then also the second one hurt. Anthony Huber kidnapped and suffocated women, convicted twice. Twice. No sympathy. These are people that actually committed rape. I'm sorry, asshole that wants him to be prison raped. Go fuck yourself. With the Iron Maiden of cactuses. Nothing but blood coming out of that, okay? And you don't get to come to talk to anybody's negotiating table about whether or not women should get equal rights or anything. No, bullshit. I'll talk to somebody else. I will talk to anybody else but you. I will talk to idiots like Rosie O'Donnell over you. I doubt she is getting fucked. Reason why she is such a bitch. This is true, RPX. It actually is kind of true. And for that, I am most grateful. Most grateful. Guys, keep up the good work on that one. But yeah, I do not feel bad for these people. And these are the ones that died. Gage Grosskreutz, this is the reason the prosecutor tried to do what he was doing. Dude is butthurt because his star witness, the one that didn't die, the one that had his arm blown off, basically, his bicep was blown apart, is an absolute asshole himself. He's basically a domestic terrorist, as pointed out in the testimony that was done, I think, yesterday. He's a domestic terrorist. On top of that, just an overall disgusting human being who tried to sue the state and the Fed for $10 million over the Kyle Rittenhouse incident. Oh, but by the way, failed to mention the fact that he had a gun on him during that incident. And by the way, he had a gun concealed, and I believe both his gun permit and his conceal and carry permit were expired. Go fuck yourself. Oh man, I can already see the state just going, yeah, we're not touching this. Yeah. Karma is working overtime. Oh, in a lot of cases, yes, but the prosecutor is just butthurt that his sympathetic witness did not work in the slightest and got ripped apart by the defense. At some point, they have to let him go. Yeah, well, here's going to be the thing that I think is going to happen tomorrow, because I think they're still having their trial tomorrow. We're actually going to have formal motions to dismiss with prejudice on this, and I think it's well-deserved. And the defense has already said that they're going to do it. And I think that that's going to be kind of the focus of that, as well as the witnesses the defense still has to call. But the main reason that I'm putting that out is, yes, I wanted to yell at these people because they are horrible, horrible, disgusting human beings. But I want to ask you guys to honestly consider doing something, okay? One of the reasons that these people are disgusting, abhorrent human beings is because guess how long per day they spend on social media. Guarantee you upwards of 18 hours combined. Like, I'm pretty sure that the ones that I had, that I pointed out, live on Twitter. But that's how disgusting they are, and they live on it. My friends, do yourself a favor. We are in the month of November. This is the month to be thankful. This is the month to be gracious and have gratitude for, even though the year has been craptastic, at least you can say, like, there's some things to be grateful for in your own life. Do yourself a favor. And I challenge you, for a month, for 30 days, get off your social media. If you are still on social media, get off of it for 30 days. For this month. And then when December 1st rolls around, I honestly want you to ask yourself, are you thankful you got off of it? Are you honestly thankful that you got off of it? When I started up YouTube, I was on 3 to 4 social media platforms, and I was not only managing myself and getting into fights with my family daily, but I was also managing it for 2 YouTube channels and a podcast. So I'm not saying I lived on social media, but I had to spend a good chunk of the day managing all of that. I hated every minute on that, especially since around the time that I started doing this, I wasn't just doing it for for personal use at that point. I was doing it professionally for my own, like, resume and things like that. And this was when they started doing the whole advertisement stuff in Facebook, collecting data and all that. And it was effing ridiculous. I'm not on any of those platforms, pretty much. Like, this is why I know some people get mad at this, but Drak-kun Shadow doesn't have a Facebook page anymore. This is why Geek News doesn't have a Facebook page anymore. Because I don't want to be on Facebook anymore. It got to a point where I was literally seeing nothing but advertisements instead of stuff for my family, which is why I was there. Like, at that point, I was only on there to be able to keep in touch with my mom's side of the family, because my mom had just barely passed away. And I wanted to keep that relationship intact. And I was seeing more advertisements for things I didn't care about than posts from my family. And so I finally said, fuck it. And I dropped the whole thing, and I'm not on Facebook anymore. That's why we don't stream on Facebook anymore. Because I know a few people have been asking, why did you guys stop streaming to Facebook? I don't want to stream to Facebook. I really don't. So, crap, I actually meant, lol, warning. If you get off social media for more than 2 weeks, you don't want to come back. That's a warning? What cracked me up, some people started to call my phone again because I got off Facebook. They honestly thought I was dead. Yeah, that's where we're at now. Is social media is so anchored into all of our lives, but people don't understand how bad that is, because social media is literally engineered these days to incense you and to rile you up. Like, people were making this joke when I was a kid, is like, you can't watch the news anymore because it's nothing but negativity. That's social media. That's social media. Like, news still does it, but that's social media. And everybody's on it. And so at that point, that's why I'm asking you guys, please consider taking, it's just 30 days. Take 30 days off from Facebook, from Twitter, from Instagram, from all that stuff. You know, make sure you can, and I'm also going to say, like, you could stay on the messengers if you need to be able to talk to family members. That's I can totally understand that. Unless you can directly text them, then you should do that instead. But then when December 1st rolls around, legitimately ask yourself, are you thankful that you took a month off from social media? And if you say yes, consider more time. Because do you want to become that? Do you honestly want to become that? Like, I laugh at the dumpster fire. Because that's pretty much what Twitter has become. Instagram is pretty much there too. I keep Twitter primarily. I don't even really put too much on there aside from today. I put up the streams, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm not even planning this month to put up really too many posts. Because I'm going to avoid it like the plague. And I'm going to be off Twitter, so, like, you guys will get the streams, but I'm not really looking to get on there and connect with people. Like, Discord I'll probably keep, but I don't really consider Discord a social media platform. I consider it just a means to contact people. At this point, I'm only on Facebook maybe once or twice a week. See, this is what I was also kind of getting to, and I'll probably bring it up on the weekend too. People really ought to be taking social media the way that Andrea does, in a weird way, because I was having this discussion with her. People should literally do it the way that Andrea's doing it, which is simply not being on, like, going and checking on it like once every 3 to 4 weeks. That's what it should be. It should be like the thing that you check every now and again, like a pen pal. That way it doesn't really affect you that much. She's got it right. Like, people who are literally living 10 plus hours on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever, you're doing it wrong. And to all the content creators that I know that are going to say, like, well, we have to keep on to be able to advertise and things like that. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't play the YouTube game for a month and see if that makes you happier. I'll tell you, I'm happier. It may not look like it to some people in the comments, but I actually am. I've enjoyed being a content creator more in this year than I ever did in like 2-3 years ago. And I think it actually helped my content because of it. Ultimately, I do. I found a pal was trying to get a hold of me because he lost my number. See, at that point, like, yeah, just get back in contact. But, like, I literally am not going to be checking my Twitter wall or my Instagram wall or anything like that. And I encourage you guys to do the same. You will feel better for it. I can attest to that personally. Because once I took I actually challenged myself in 2019 to take a month off of social media. And it was the most mentally refreshing thing I ever could have done. And with that, I'll get off my soapbox, but I at least wanted to, point that out because I love you guys dearly. You guys are friends, but you're also in some cases like family to me. And so because especially for those who have taken the time to be able to check my stuff out, I really do love and appreciate you guys. I do. No homo. But do that for yourselves because it's done wonders for me. It's done wonders for my mental health. Like in 2019, I had a counselor. I dropped that counselor later in 2019 after I went through measures, including dropping my social media and only interacting on Twitter barely. I made Twitter fun because I mainly using only anime and 70s soul music. See, that's the way to go. Like that's kind of what I'm doing now is like I just want to put up geek memes and just laugh at stuff. I mean, for crying out loud, I actually tried to work on a meme today. I need to get better at this. If people didn't watch us yesterday, we had a rough time. We were trying to beat Ratchet and Clank, the original, and I wanted to just go in blind to the Chairman Drek fight, And holy crap, man. It, like, the meme I wanted to put up was basically, hey, guy, like, it's just an image of me. Hey, guys, we're going to go ahead and beat Ratchet and Clank. And then right below it is Chairman Drek saying, hold my beer. Because that's basically what happened, is Drek wiped the floor with us for 3 hours. We'll get back into it. I promise we will. But, oh my gosh, it was bad. I got so mad at the end of that. It was like, if people remember Doom Eternal, that one night where I had to face the Marauder and I was just cursing up a storm, I was angrier than that. Like, I literally I could not calm down to go to sleep for like an hour because I'm just like, this shouldn't be that hard. Especially since we got to like 10% on him 4 or 5 times. Oh, that was irritating. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do on stuff like that. Candace Owens responded to me because I responded to something she said with the opening to Sailor Moon. Oh, please tell me that was He-Man. Please tell me that was He-Man. Comparing the opening or the transformation sequence in Masters of the Universe Revelation to Sailor Moon. Have you ever seen that video? It is. Oh, it's accurate. It's painfully accurate. It's painful how accurate it is. It's funny as hell. Yeah, it is. Absolutely is. Please tell me that was the one that Candace Owen responded to you on. That would be amazing in my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more run and maybe I'll do another alt, but I also do want to test something else out because like I said, I've got a new chair. So I want to see if there's some other games that I can play on it. Oh, yeah, because they literally gate up He-Man. Yeah, no, they did. Oh my gosh. Like, when I was watching that, I literally heard the English dub in my head and envisioned He-Man saying, "Man, present power!" It was so bad. And for the record, for those who are asking, yes, me and Romney are still talking about doing a review for Masters of the Universe Revelation, but we're going to wait until... I think the agreement that we've had is we will wait until part 2 is out. And that way everything can be properly judged. Wow, I actually got lucky again. Okay, let me do the fun part that everybody just loves me doing. We'll buff up and then we'll get going. Jiminy Christmas. That actually reminds me of the one guy who went to a Trump rally dressed as Sailor Moon. I remember at one point that was as political as the podcast ever got. And that still was a fun story. Did you put it up? Did you put up the actual video? Don't do that, man. Don't do it. I will have to put it up. I will have to put it up so we can all laugh at it. Okay, well, you know what? God damn it, RPX. Why do you make me do things that I know I will enjoy and also horribly cringe at? Okay, give me a second. Let's kill these guys and then quick break. Oh my gosh. Okay, I probably need to turn the background music off really quick. Okay, we're gonna mute it so that we can hear this. But where's Discord on my... I've still got the chicken and waffles thing. Okay, all right, here it is. Let's see. Copy the link and I gotta pause this really fast because I don't want it to wreck. Hope everybody brought their bowl of popcorn because this is gonna be amazing. Let's see, browser. Yes, here we go. Oh, is it attached to the other one? Okay. Well, I can fix that. I can fix that because then I can just do this. Okay. Fine, I'll bring it all over here. Okay, let's have some fun, shall we? Oh, God. Oh, God. It's so accurate. Oh god. Oh. Oh my gosh. And now you can just see the ribbons coming around to form the outfit. Oh. What was wrong with Kevin Smith? What was wrong with him that he thought that was a good idea? I mean, like, he wanted... I mean, according to the tweets that he was putting out, man, he wanted everybody to take Masters of the Universe seriously, right? Hell no. Nobody's taking that shit seriously now. That ain't happening. Yes, laugh my ass off still. Yes, it's still hilarious, but there is such a level of cringe just because of how accurate it is. I'm not saying that doesn't mean it's not funny as hell, because of the comparison, but it totally is. I can't watch his version. Yeah, I can totally get that. Well, we're going to get to that later on this year, RPX. We're going to do a full-on review because, without busting a gut laughing, yes. So, yeah, we are going to do a podcast where we do a roundtable discussion on Masters of the Universe Revelation. I know that Romney's already kind of made his opinion out that Part 1 is not as bad as he thinks the internet made it out to be. I tend to disagree. It has a lot of my least favorite wokeisms, for lack of a better term, and I found its story to be annoying as hell. It might have some good elements in there, but unfortunately, all of the shit kind of overshadows. It's Sailor He-Man. It absolutely is. Oh my gosh. It's absolutely Sailor He-Man. Like, for all the people who laugh at the no, this is worse. This should trump that meme now. You should rethink that word. No. I will continue to use the word Trump because I know it pisses so many people off. Why? I don't know why. You should just let it run off your back. The other thing, too, that I should also say, like, oh, he's seen it. He's seen it. We both laughed at it, okay? Here's the thing. He doesn't think that Masters of the Universe Revelation is that bad, but him, like, in that same podcast, like, him and me both admitted that we had watched it and we both laughed at it because it is so effing accurate to it. Show that to Romney before you start that discussion. That'll kill all of it. No, he's seen it. He's seen it. We both laughed at it. For as much as people like to give Romney crap, like, it's not... I get that people might sometimes have issues with his arguments, but at the same time, people also have issues with my arguments. And despite what people might think, like, Romney actually can have that civil argument, so I will always give him credit for that. I've dealt with way too many people in multiple atmospheres that could not have that conversation, and I would not feel comfortable doing it. Also, speaking of, so yeah, we are still talking about doing Masters of the Universe Revelation, and we teased this in the summer. We are going to also do a discussion on the Netflix Dynasty Warriors movie, because we were both excited about that, and I thought it was coming out next year, but he actually pointed out to me that, yeah, it's out, and so I'm like, dude, we should do that. He's like, yeah, totally. He made Jailhouse version of Sailor Moon. Who did? Who did? Kevin Smith made a Jailhouse version of Sailor Moon? I mean, this would not surprise me. what surprises me to this day and age is like so many people are like, oh yeah, he is totally anti-Hollywood. Yeah, he is. Yeah, sure. You can keep telling yourself that. See how long that lie lasts. That is what his version of He-Man is. Absolutely. He does not have any respect for... Which is really sad, because like he had legit people trying to help him out and trying to advertise this thing. By the way, Kevin Smith, you still owe an apology to Clownfish TV. I'm just saying. Like, I was harping on that on Twitter for quite a while, and for good reason. You may not like it, but they caught you in your lie. And so the best thing that you can do, Kevin, is you can apologize. Just apologize and make it good. They should have given it to Adi Shankar. I don't know about that. Like, I like Adi. I think he's done really well by Castlevania, but there's a reason I haven't seen Season 4 yet. And it's primarily because I'm really worried that Season 3 finale is going to happen again. And I was not on board with the stuff with Trevor and Sypha was good, but the Alucard stuff pissed me off. The Alucard stuff pissed me off, as well as the Hector stuff. Like, the sex scenes were unnecessary. Or Kevin Sharp. What has Kevin Sharp done? And that being said, like, I will watch Season 4 of Castlevania, and I'm still looking forward to what Adi Shankar does with... Crap, my brain is fading me. What Adi Shankar does with Devil May Cry. I actually am a little bit more interested in that than anything else. There we go. I'll take it. Okay. Okay, so this is the all 4. This is the 1. This is the 2, and this is the 3. Okay, what is the magic one for this? Okay. Okay. There we go. The old school He-Man artist. Like, we're saying he's bad? Or... Oh, yeah, they should have given, like, well, I think Kevin Sharp even offered. Like, a lot of the original He-Man people came in and offered to consult, and Kevin Smith turned him away. Including the original voice actress for She-Ra. And she was turned away, too. She was turned away by not only Kevin Smith, but the Netflix She-Ra people. Like, whether or not people want to admit it, these cartoons have a legacy. And you may not like what that legacy is, but it's a legacy nonetheless. And so I'd like to point out that I think it was Ronald D. Moore. He had issues with some of the original cast of Battlestar. And he still paid homage to Battlestar. Like, he still brought in people like Richard Hatch to be able to have cameo roles. So at that point, he's done more than you have. This is why Kevin Sharp is on Indiegogo making his own version. Oh, cool. I will go look that up, actually. I'm excited for that. If he wants to go make his own version of Master of the Universe Revelation, I'll check it out. I'm not the biggest He-Man fan, but in order to prep for this, I watched the 2003 Cartoon Network one and was pleasantly surprised that it actually was pretty awesome, considering. Holy crap, I am still on floor 1. This is what happens when RPX diverts me. I'm like, I'm not focused anymore. That's not entirely true. And that is where my money went. Oh, okay, well, there you go. So instead of paying for Klondike bars, you instead wanted a good He-Man series. That's understandable. That's probably for the best too, because all the freaking Klondike bars we have locally are horrible. I just barely tried one that was like cotton candy flavor. Ugh. There is such a thing as sickly sweet, people. Posted the link in the Discord. Okay, cool. I will check that out. Maybe give some support? I don't know. It depends. Christmas is coming. I have kids to think about first. There we go. No, no terror for you. No, sir. No soup for you. Or as my old high school teacher put it is, no soup for you! I need to find that teacher again. He was great. Oh, jeez. I don't want the mic to kind of overtake my mouth. Okay. You would be surprised who has a comic on Indiegogo. Actually, I've seen a lot of the people who have like indie comic ideas on Indiegogo, and I have been tempted to support a few of them, honestly. For example, Ethan Van Sciver's, I think it's Ethan Van Sciver's idea, Rainbow the Brute. I actually kind of like that idea of basically taking what was considered to be a girl's cartoon and doing the gender swap. I know a lot of people are like, well, you don't like gender swaps in Marvel. Yeah, because the tactic is overdone at this point. It's just as oversaturated in current day Marvel and DC as zombies are in mainstream media. It is overdone, overhyped. But when I saw the concept of that, I'm like, Rainbow Bright, but for guys? That's actually kind of a cool idea. So much so, I showed it to my sister who actually did watch Rainbow Bright as a kid. And she thought that was actually an interesting idea. So, Mike Barron, the writer for Punisher, put an indie comic out on there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of creators on YouTube and even in the past put stuff up on Indiegogo and have it be successfully taken care of. I'm trying to remember if Don Bluth got his done. Yes, I can admit I backed Rainbow the Brute. What's wrong with that? It's actually an interesting idea. And what's even more important is that it pissed off all the ladies on Twitter who spend way too much time on Twitter. Because they immediately got mad. That's our cartoon. Well, I thought you didn't want anything in the 80s because it was all only ever meant to cater to selling toys to boys. Yeah, but it was art. No. You can't have your cake and eat it too here. I couldn't stop laughing. Yeah. It's actually a really good idea in theory. It is to some extent like out of the box thinking, because think about it. Would Rainbow Bright be done like in a movie format today? It absolutely wouldn't. I mean, they tried to do Strawberry Shortcake with that craptastic CG series, and that kind of blew up in their face and didn't work. And I think it was even woke as fuck. And right now, My Little Pony's kind of going that direction too, if I remember correctly. This is great and all, but now I can't jump. And they do it Conan the Barbarian style? Yeah. The other one that I liked that was being done was Blade Devil. And it was being done by a content creator called Raging Golden Eagle. I don't necessarily like everything that he says. He's a little bit more cynical than I tend to admit, or than I tend to want to be. But the idea that he wants to just basically kind of do like old school 80s OVA kind of boobs and have like the kind of powerful character like what is it? Lita Inverse is her name from Slayers. Like, that's a cool idea because that's not being done right now. Like, all of the strong female protagonists that people keep wanting so much in anime today, they aren't that. They aren't strong to that extent. In fact, in a lot of cases, they're either written as like fucking Mary Sue's, where they're just like invulnerable to any kind of hardship or damage, which makes them boring in my opinion. But or they're just written as preachy bitches, for lack of a better term. You can have them on your show if you ask. I wouldn't mind actually doing that, and frankly, I do have an idea that I'm going to start pitching to some people. Because again, I'm not playing by the YouTube rules, and the YouTube rules basically say that since I have such lowly subscribers, I don't get to invite people. What, you have 200 subscribers and you expect to bring on Raging Golden Eagle? Oh, you're an idiot. No, fuck that. I just want to have a conversation. What does it matter? Besides, subscribers are worthless on YouTube anyway. Whether we want to admit it or not, they're worthless. YouTube has made them worthless. He is way more down to earth than you would think. I believe he is way more down to earth. He is a touch more cynical than I am. I tend to want to believe that there is at least some hope for humanity, but when I see him talk on things like Flashcast, it's like, oh, I want to believe there's more than just that, man. So I'm not speaking down on him. It's just like, I just, this is going to sound really wrong in how to say it, but like, I just want to give him a hug and just, give him that pat on the back and say, things are going to be okay. Things are going to be okay. It's going to work out. But I'm sure he'd probably just call that gay. And probably for good reason. No, I have no problem spoiling this because eventually it's going to come out anyway. I would really like to do a kind of a Joe Rogan-esque kind of podcast, like just a sit back and talk shit kind of interview show that's just kind of one-on-one. And so I've actually been like looking at prospective candidates to be able to bring on. And I will admit Raging Golden Eagle is on that list. I'd love to be able to bring him on. And I'm not necessarily looking to bring him on just because I think him and me would agree. I'm looking to have the conversation is really more than anything. If I think we can have a good conversation, I'm going to reach out. Because it's just, that conversation isn't being had on really any other channels out there. It's depressing. Another one I've thought about is Cody Byer from Anime Outsiders. I think he's also I think he has some valid criticisms that can be made of the commentary community that's kind of formed up since Stand With Vic, and I think he's made some good points. So I wouldn't mind having that conversation with him. And also he's got a comic up on Indiegogo, I think, which has also kind of caught my eye too, just because it kind of reminds me about the old school Sonic SatAM days. Before the internet ruined Sally for me. Let's see. Okay, so requisition cell first. Okay, this is actually going to play out to be useful, because then I can see the powers that are out in play. Oberon Venom. I will take that. I can't really take much else. Ooh. Yeah, String of Fangs and Talons for Thrash. That will help. Okay. We'll do Ridings of Lycara, and then I think that'll be it. Yay! But yeah, I wouldn't mind having that interview kind of atmosphere, and then we can just shoot the shit about games, about anime, or whatever. I can't really talk too much about anime, but I will give my opinion from time to time. I will also say this. For the people who are saying, you should do more anime content, are you sure about that? One of the things I would actually honestly make a complaint about is, to some people, I might be a little bit more Puritan than you might think. And it's not because, like, oh, I live in sheltered Utah or whatever. I just am sick and tired of seeing some stereotypes in anime played out the way that they are these days. I have no problem admitting that big gargantuan boobs in a series it actually makes boobs kind of unappealing to me. Or at least it feels drawn out. I honestly think anime, if it started to embrace a couple of older concepts, it would be able to bring a lot more audience in and probably have a lot more mainstream appeal. And I'm not saying, like, oh, bring in the hyper-violence and the hypersexuality. I think that some of that can be utilized to be able to do that. But the thing that I think is missing from a lot of anime these days is the fact that the stories that were being told were relatable. The stories that were being told were, in some cases, inspirational. Like, you didn't have to like Spike Spiegel, but you could at least, appreciate his philosophy on things. And that doesn't happen in anime anymore. I do not want anime to be mainstream. I get that argument. I do. I really do. Like, part of me has truly regretted games becoming mainstream. Like, I thought as a kid I would really want that, and then it happened, and we saw just how destroyed the gaming sphere has become because of its being mainstream. Yeah! Son of a bitch. Oh! Well, that was expected. I hate fear. Absolutely fucking hate fear. Let's see. All the Indiegogo I backed that are still in demand are posted on Discord. Cool. The thing is, those stories are still out there. There's just a flood of crap you have to swim through to get to it. Yeah, I agree with you. And that's really my issue, is that I don't want to have to swim through the crap. Because the crap shouldn't be as thick as it is. And I'm not saying, like, get rid of certain genres or anything like that. If there's an audience, then go for it. Oh my gosh, did I evade bug him? Is that gonna affect me? Well, I guess we'll find out. I think that might affect my score, and that's actually irritating to me. So yeah, that's just my deal, is that, like, I just want to see some of these things go away, because I think what society really needs, not necessarily what they want, what they need is to be able to have characters that can inspire us again. And whether Hollywood wants to admit it or not, they just, it's just like any hobby. True. I mean, you're making valid arguments. I can get it. You're not always going to get the Grand Slam home runs. True. Stop making sense, RPX. Oh, jeez. I will just go ahead and drown myself in my water bottle. Holy crap. I hope I'm going the right way. I lost track. Oh, cool. I will take you out. And I guess I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if I had to wait a little bit to get that Grand Slam, so to speak. I just wish there was a lot more of them. When you do get those Grand Slams, they are just that much more epic. It is more satisfying to be able to have it. And it makes them meaningful. I mean, for crying out loud, I discovered Initial D for the first time in the past couple of years. And that was, like... I actually did kind of look to myself as, like, why did I not ever check this out? And I know why I never did. It was not available around where I was, but... That's one of the things that's kind of the advantage of getting older, RPX. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. You kind of tend to look back at all the things that you missed, and you want to try them out. You're not necessarily interested in what's new. You're not interested in the new hotness. You want to go check out what you missed. We'll do that. Because if you got a Grand Slam home run every time, you would go numb to it. Yeah, that's true. It would kind of wreck that, wouldn't it? I have too many. I might have to do the unthinkable and use my empowered. I'm supposed to save it for the boss at the end, but to get a better score, but I think at this point it's justified. Oh my gosh, there's just so much crap. Crap. Carrion Swarm. Look at the OG harem anime, Tenchimuyo. Are we talking to Ryo Oki? Is Ryo Oki the original, or was there something before that? Because I like Ryo Oki. Ryo Oki was an amazing concept. Ha ha ha. I beat your Shadow Nova, asshole. Come here, asshole. Now harem animes are all over the place. Yeah, I agree. And even Ichi, to some extent, is mirroring that concept. That's the problem, is that a lot of that market is basically... This sounds mean, but lonely guys. And when I say lonely guys, I mean lonely guys not willing to take a damn chance. And that's the thing that's more frustrating than anything to me. Sometimes, you know, in life we have to take chances. Or the transported to another world genre. Oh, the isekai. Yeah, isekai is all over the place. But there has been some good isekais that have come out because of that. Like, I am forever grateful that Rising the Shield Hero exists. If for no other reason than, you know, you can have an anime that actually comments on current day culture and the absurdities of it. Now you can trip over them. You can. I mean, Vision of Escaflowne was good. Although, I will have one complaint. Don't watch the Funimation dub. The Funimation dub's horrible. I'm glad I have my original box set of Escaflowne, because then I can go back to the original voices, and they are so much better. Like Steve Bloom playing Vaughn's brother, that's still the better one. Shield Hero was off to a really good start. Well, I don't know too much about the island arc, but I am still excited for season 2. I think season 1 was an amazing commentary, and I'm so glad it happened. Because it put people like ANN to task. They got Dragon Ball Z syndrome. Then it got Dragon Ball Z syndrome. How so? Because like I haven't finished that island arc, but it wasn't. I don't think it was turning bad. Personally. I stopped it for reasons. I will say that much. Ah, there we go. That's where I need to go. Boom. It got popular and the writer kept it going way longer than it needed to be. Are you talking about like the current manga? Because I mean, I would actually say that it's not longer. I'd love to see where they go next with it. Because they kept throwing money at her. Okay. Well, that's the problem with current business politics. So I'm not necessarily going to say it's a problem with her as the writer. It's the problem of, oh, this person put out a bombshell. We must milk them for however much we can get. And after that, we will throw her away like the dry husk she is. The gaming industry does this abundantly, and it's annoying. It's why, like, I can say that Nomura has good successes throughout his career, and why I can also say he hasn't had them in years. Because they take the redheaded bitch that framed Naofumi. Well, I liked seeing her get owned. What are they doing more with her? And he didn't kill her. You know what? We will have to agree to disagree with that because, frankly, I think he gave a very appropriate punishment for her. Because he basically put her in a similar situation to himself. So now she can... Now, I will say this. It feels like, to some extent, they're trying to set it up so that maybe she kind of she starts to have feelings for him, and they start to basically build her as a love interest, and that I have an issue with because she shouldn't get that. Like she should be exactly what she is right now. In the anime and manga, she goes right back to her BS before the next day. Well, yes, she does. But she also gets abruptly stopped, at least what I saw in the anime. Like, they cut her ass off. If she continues to do it, then I'm kind of okay with that. I'd like to see what another villain would do with her. Have her go through, what's the chicken MD Geist? Who went to one of the former MDs because that way she was protected by a man. And that's the only reason that she ever wanted Geist around was to have him. Oh, I love that. I actually love that idea. Because she became everything that... and I especially love that people scream like, oh, this is the strong woman we all want. Yeah, the one that's dependent and uses her body to be able to get what she wants. Yeah, that's strong. That's my main problem, and she keeps doing it and gets caught, except with all the other heroes. I'll have to see what you're talking about on this one, because like the episode that I just barely saw was she was kind of in a relationship still with Spear Hero, But Spear Hero's still kind of a douchebag, so it doesn't really matter to me that much. Like, because the way that you're making it sound is like, oh, so she tries to have a fling with Bow Hero, and and frankly, I don't see that happening. Not with Bow Hero. Bow Hero is, I think he's got other interests. I'm just gonna say that. Yes, she does. Well, I guess that confirms my theories about him were wrong. Then Sword Hero. We'll see what happens. I'm genuinely interested to see this myself, and see if I come to the same conclusion. I probably will. Who knows? But we'll see if I think there's any redeeming factors that can be brought in with her story. I'm not saying her as a character, but with her story, you could have something awesome come out of it. Oh my gosh. So she's basically the town bicycle, is what you're saying? Well, can I even say that? I don't even think she was fucking Spear Hero. I don't think she was. She becomes the town bicycle? Okay, well. Then her adventure name is appropriate. Whore. And she deserves to be mocked for that. I would just have a legit issue with that if it was Naofumi that she got together with, because that actually to me would be a character betrayal. Because that would say like, oh, so he learned a bunch of stuff and then he didn't. That is why I was a bigger fan of Redo of the Healer. I still need to check that out. I still need to go find it. I still need to go check that shit out, because I would love to see if it's as bad as everybody says it is, because it sounds to me like it'd be my cup of tea. Okay, let me use the box of many things, see if I can get something out of it. Oh, excuse me. In Redo of the Healer, the MC drops, or the main character drops all his fucks to give, like, a bad habit. Yes, he does. I'm aware of that. Because he basically... Because I've heard of the infamous moment where he makes his deck larger and he slaps leading lady in the face with it. And from what it sounds like to me, it's kind of well-deserved. Traps are still a big problem for me. I'm almost tempted to take that. Let's do that, and then I'm also going to do this one. See if I can start having deaths not count against me. To the point where episodes are officially on Pornhub. Really? Oh boy. Well, I'm not going to Pornhub to watch them. So that's a crying shame. Well, we'll have to... I still need to try out, what is it, MartAnimE on my Fire TV and see if it works. So maybe I'll find it there. Yeah, I just want anime that's more engaging. So I don't understand why people want me to talk about anime, because I think I would end up pissing off people more than helping, because some of the things that they like, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of Slice of Life. I don't want to watch Slice of Life. It is not my cup of tea. Yes, the actual anime studio put episodes on Pornhub. I have to ask this. What was it called? The the brothel reviewer anime that Funimation had like 3 episodes and they got yanked. Is that also on Pornhub? That will make me laugh if it actually is. Yes. No. Don't worry about that. I don't need Pornhub links on my Discord. I'm not gonna go and look for it. Like I already looked at the clips that people were sending me, and I'm just I'll skip this one. I'm not really interested in reviewing brothels or some of the fetishes that they were going into. But like, if there was an anime that deserved to be on Pornhub, that would be it. That would be the greatest exclusive deal that they could ever work out. And next up, they'll work out High Guardian Spice, and that way the female writers that totally were having new ideas that nobody was thinking of can totally go unhinged. Yeah, sure. Sure they can. If I wanted an echo chamber that deep, I'd go to Twitter. I'm okay with Slice of Life so long as it goes somewhere. See, here's my problem with Slice of Life. I can watch stuff like Fruits Basket and be okay with it, but Slice of Life doesn't cater to me. Because what is Slice of Life? Get up, go to school, deal with some other activities, and then go home and go to bed. And I get why it exists, because in Japan there's such a love. There's such a love of those high school years, because they immediately go into the workforce and life kind of goes downhill from there. But life went downhill for me at school. So do I really want to go relive the glorious days of high school? Fuck that noise. I mean, for crying out loud, like a couple of days ago, I had apparently somebody in my oldest daughter's elementary school was a member of my graduating class. And she pulled me aside and she's like, "Oh, hey, are you Adam?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she mentioned her name, and I honestly, I swear to God, I didn't remember her. And I don't think she took offense to that. I think she understood, but at the same time, I was also just kind of explaining, I don't really have good memories of that time, and so I do not go back to that time mentally a lot of the time. Like, for all the people who want to scream like, "Well, you must have had good memories. You have friends, right?" Yeah, all my good memories were after school. After school is a whole other thing. To me, Violence, Jack, One Punch Man, Psycho Pass, Angel Cop counts as Slice of Life. Okay, yeah, I would count those as action. I would count those as action anime, and so those are fine to me, because that's a unique premise. You know, in the case of like One Punch Man is the one I can give an example to, because I don't think I've ever seen Psycho Pass. I've seen Angel Cop, at least one part of it. Those are obvious Slice of Life. Well, not to me, but okay. But with One Punch Man, you have the interesting premise of dude is a superhero and has amazing power, and the only justification he has for it is that he did the diet that he did. And I love the fact that in all regards, Saitama is a bumbler. He is a buffoon, and everybody just treats him like he's a god. It's kind of like the same worship that people in My Hero have for Deku, except in my opinion with Deku it's kind of earned. But then I look at Saitama and go, man, if they saw his like regular everyday life, they probably would want to. They wouldn't want anything to do with him. Saitama did did P90X and went beyond super. Yeah, yes, he did. He absolutely did. And I've seen people do that diet, and it's worked for them, but that's a little hardcore for me. So that's why I'm saying I don't think One Punch Man is. I think it's more action anime than it is slice of life. To me, slice of life would be like, Fruits Basket would be considered slice of life to me. Azumanga Daioh, K-On, the cutesy stuff. And that's, it's cutesy, so it doesn't really appeal to me in that regard. But then also you have the other issue. Those are just plain boring. I think Azumanga Daioh had some good jokes in there, but it does kind of lose some of its luster near the end. Especially when, it just basically, I think it went like all the way from sophomore to senior in high school, and nothing really happens after that. Again, years I don't want to relive. Let me turn this back on. There we go. I'm sure people are really appreciating this. I don't want to ruin things for you. I get that you guys want me to commentate on anime. I have no problem doing that. I'm just not gonna go watch the current seasons, if that makes sense. Instead, I have better ideas. I want to do a lot of like character analysis and story analysis for them, because I think there's a lot that can be gained from that. Violence Jack is slice of life Mad Max style. See, I was gonna say, like, don't you mean Fist of the North Star? And then you kind of answered that. So is Fist of the North Star. So I'm like, yeah, that's Fist of the North Star right there. Well, but you also kind of pointed out to me, like, Violence Jack is basically Devilman. So at that point, I don't think Go Nagai was ever involved with Fist. But, like, Devilman is kind of his answer to Fist. So you got where my logic is going. This is actually kind of freaky, RPX. You and me are on some kind of weird wavelength. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's like, oh, okay. But I think we've also kind of pointed out, you and me are probably around the same age, so it makes sense. Violence Jack happens after Devilman. Okay, so it's still kind of within that continuity, and I think Go Nagai's answer to Fist is Devilman. So, kind of like how Cutie Honey is his... I mean, if I've got the timeline right, this is another reason why I don't want to do anime stuff. I'm not as versed in it as, say, like somebody like Alex is, where he knows the years. I know that in gaming. I don't know that in anime. I have a rough understanding, and I think Sailor Moon happened before that, and so that's why Cutie Honey is Go Nagai's answer to Sailor Moon. See, there you go. I already got it wrong. Because Cutie Honey came before Sailor Moon. So at that point, Cutie Honey is probably an answer to other kind of magical girl shows that probably happened before that. Was it in the 70s, really? Now I feel old. I'm only from the 80s. And for the people who want to give me crap about liking Cutie Honey, Cutie Honey has its purpose. It absolutely does. Let's see these campaigns. So yeah, Blade Devil is up there. Shotgun Samurai. I don't know that one. Mavericks. The Dragon Guard. That looks like a Conan one. And Eternal Armor. I think I've heard of this one. Let me double check and see if it is actually the one I'm thinking. It might be. It looks really familiar. No, this actually isn't it. No, it's not it, but it's another interesting idea. the other one I was thinking of, I can't remember what it is, but I know that Yellow Flash and Raging Golden Eagle have supported it. I can't remember its name off the top of my head. Dragon Guard is the one done by Kevin Sharp. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's very Conan. So yeah, very He-Man-esque. What is this? A jaw-dropping tale of fantasy inspired by cartoons of the 80s and epic comics of the 90s. Okay, as long as he doesn't go down the weird feet, then we're okay. But the imagery that I'm seeing for it is actually pretty good. Yeah, this is giving me like a 90s X-Men kind of vibe. Very colorful. Yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is great art. Like, this actually gets me kind of excited to get back into comics in a weird way. Kind of like Rainbow the Brute has done. I have to admit, I didn't really buy into the Cyber Frog idea that Ethan Van Sciver had, but then I heard about Rainbow the Brute. Kevin Sharp equals the official He-Man comic artist. Oh, okay. So did he do the official... So he did the official He-Man comic. I can't remember if it was done by Marvel, but most things were done by Marvel back in the day. Now they'd be done by DC. Yeah, that's such a great choice. Okay, so there's one more thing that I kind of want to try, but give me a quick second. I need to grab a cord to be able to make this work. No! No! There is another reason that I want to test this chair out. And I think I saw somebody ask about it. It's a Lazy Boy. So I got a Lazy Boy executive chair. We'll see if it works out. Okay. So there we go. There's another reason that I wanted to get this, because I think it was actually going to be... No, don't switch. What the hell? Uh-oh. What happened to the music? I don't have the music anymore. What the hell? Oh, that's why. Because they turned it over to this, so... There we go. Now he fixed it. Way back in the day, yes. Okay. Cool. New audio device? No, don't switch. Okay. This is the other thing that I want to try, but you'll have to bear with me just a second while I try and get this going. What is this? What the hell? Just show me the... Okay, this will probably work. No, of course it won't. How the frickin'... I have, for some weird reason, a window in front of it, and it's not... Oh, all good. Another easy guy, another guy who is easy to get on. Okay. I wish I knew what that was. It's driving me crazy. I don't think it's any of these things, but... Let's just do this. There we go. That's what did it. Okay, let's see if this works. I don't know if it will, but hopefully it does. Yeah, I was worried. Oh, there we go. This is the other reason that I want to try out other things tonight, because, well, I want to be able to play some other stuff that I like. And so we're going to try out doing some matches since I was able to get a deal on this on PC. And now we're going to try and see if I can recline a little bit while I play some PC games. We'll see how well that works out, but... Okay, let's do online. We'll just do casual for now. Enable crossplay? Accept. Okay, so I have really everybody on the roster now, including Adam the Black Ranger. He is officially part of the game. So, let's see. I want that one. Oh, you know what I also need to work out? You guys can kind of hear it already. Let's worry about audio really quick. Okay, because yeah, this is basically the desktop audio. Unless you guys want to hear the game audio, which I mean maybe we could do. Let's try it for the heck of it. Let's mute this out and see how it goes. There we go. Okay, let's no, I don't want ranked. I want casual. Okay. RJ. Let's see, Tray of Triforia. I want to do that one, and then... Why do I want that? There we go. You know, I'm going to do Mega Goldar just to try it out. Let's see if we have some fun playing fighting games on a PC, because I'm getting older and playing on the couch doesn't really work out that much. But I have heard that the best connections are PC, so let's have some fun. Oh, are you guys not hearing that at all? Oh, that's annoying. Well, in that case, I might as well just put the music back on for you guys until I can fix it. Oh, hi, Daishi. Red Ranger and Ryu. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Well, I'm dead. Come on. Oh my gosh. I think this is the sub-in option. Oh yeah, I'm done. Well, he didn't get a perfect on me, so that's at least something. Well, that was... I'm rusty on this game. Holy shit. I completely forgot how to play this game. What the hell? This is what happens when I can't play in a long time. It still looks pretty good on PC, though. So that's helpful. Oh, no. I want B. No, I don't want this. I guess I'm going to have to learn on the fly. This is not good. Oh, hi. No. Hold on, guys. No. Out. No. No tablet. It might not be. Okay. This is what happens when you have kids interrupting. Okay, well... Okay. Come on. Just kill me. Okay. Cool. I don't even care. That's still a cool model. I'll admit that. Yes. Okay, let's fix this. I can't remember the buttons anymore. Okay. Okay, that's the special attack. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, and then we have that. Super is the right trigger, EX special, and then the Ultra. What is called the Megazord? I can't remember. Swap Strike. I think this is it. Yeah, is calling the Megazord. Okay, so let's try this out. Exit without saving. Now that I've got a feel for what I'm doing again. Casual. Okay. I'm still going to try Mega Goldar. I've seen a lot of people use him. And that's like my only issue right now is I don't know which proper ones to use. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Cutie, Go Nagai Low-Key made the Magic Girl Genera with Cutie Honey. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why you guys can't hear this. It's actually kind of annoying me. Audio input capture? No. if this actually works. Yeah, there you go. That's working. Oh, this is not a good setup.
To defeat me, you'll have to be in complete harmony with your animal spirits.
This is not a good setup.
Whoa. Okay. This should be fun.
3, 2, 1, fight!
I gotta remember to start off with lights. What the hell? I'm doing Marvel vs. Capcom crap. Oh crap, I was not paying attention. Here we go.
It's not nice to pick on people.
There we go. Ah, damn it, I misjudged the distance again. Woo! Now I'm getting back in the swing of things. Okay.
I think that will be all for today.
I just can't remember how to properly swap. I mean, I could. Let's see how well this goes. I'm actually very happy with how my PC is handling this, because I was worried with the stream, too. It was going to give a lot of grief, but wow. I'm very happy with it. And I get to have some fun playing some fighting games and not have to worry about all this. Back in action! Yep, absolutely. Plus, I don't find a whole lot of opportunities to be able to play fighting games unless I'm in front of a PC now. So, Phase Falou. Let's see, Magna Defender, Goldar, and Trini.
All right, now, give it your best. I don't want any sore losers.
You and your weapons are no match for me.
Indeed.
2, 1, fight!
Uh-oh, I think his connection's dead. Maybe he has kids that were trying to get into the office. I don't know. Well, he was there a second ago.
Give it your best shot.
That's what I want. Might as well get some practice in, I guess. There we go. A Power Ranger mixed with a Gundam? No kidding, right? The Magna Defender. Okay.
I come by the power of
Pyramidas!
Mega Blast!
Oh, okay. Well, he's back.
I'm bringing you to justice. Shadow Strike.
There we go. Now we're getting some victories. Sorry, Face Blue. I don't know what happened to you. I didn't like the idea, but I'd fight you
think that will
again.
be all for today.
Good stuff. Yep. See, this is the game stuff that I like. I enjoy personally. It's just being able to play games where I can challenge myself a little bit, make a new build, get another team of fighters, kind of thing. I'm not saying that things like Path of Exile would be ruled out. I'm just, I have some frustration to work out from Drek holding his beer yesterday. Jeez, that was so annoying. I'm hoping to fix that next week. Face Faloo. Oh, okay, so Face Faloo's back. Let's have an actual fight.
You and your weapons are no match for me.
You're no match for me.
2, 1, fight.
Come on, dude.
Shadow Ranger. Shadow. Shadow.
There we go.
Shadow. Shadow Slash. Slash Slash.
Okay.
Slash Slash. Shadow Saber.
Shadow Saber.
Justice served.
Justice served.
I'm just getting started. Power up.
Shadow Strike. Come on.
This is the courage of a wolf. Lunar Cyclone.
Yeah, this guy's connection really is hot garbage. That's why I'm just kind of ending it. I feel bad for the guy, but at the same time.
I always like to feed my enemies.
Alright, so I guess search for a new match. I gotta be careful because we're coming up on the time that I have to end things, and I actually do need to get to bed early so that I can take care of all this stuff. Don't rematch him out of mercy. Well, I mean, if he actually had a better connection, I'd do it, but... Ah! Really? This is what the game has given me right now.
harmony.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Not all at once. Who's next?
Do both of you a favor and call it a night. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. You need rest anyway. Yeah. I will be merciful.
I call upon the power of pyramids.
Oh, okay. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, because I might actually bring a bunch of other fighting games into this if I can. Okay. There we go. Sorry, dude. I wish I could do more for you, but this is definitely not working out.
Pleasure was all mine.
I was really enjoying Adi Shankar's Cyberpunk R-rated version of Power Rangers. I could get that. I wasn't a big fan of it. I do think there were some good things there. Actually, that reminds me. I need to look up that fan film that that Johnny Young Bosch was doing. I think it was Johnny Young Bosch. Where he was doing like this weird story that felt like it could have been a post-apocalyptic Power Rangers kind of story. I can't remember what it was called though. I need to go look it up, but I will put that link up in the Discord because I want to support that too. Because if he's got a good idea, to me he had a better idea than what Adi was going for, but that's better idea because it resonated with me. It doesn't necessarily mean it was a better or a worse idea overall, but I think it was going to fund. I don't know if it did though, so I'll have to figure that out. But oh, and I actually did have some issues. Skipped frames. Oh no! Over the last 2 minutes. Oh, but these were like 30 minutes ago. Probably when I was dealing with trying to move Power Rangers over. No. Oh, well. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you especially to RPX for the wonderful conversations that we had on this. This has been awesome. And also, once again, I'll probably clip it out too. Guys, get off social media. Just get off of it for a month. You will love me later. I promise. I promise you will. But until then, peace. RPX, have a good night. And you guys all have a good night as well. Reminder, we probably will have the podcast on Friday. And Saturday, we are doing the final episode of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So make sure to join us for that. Until then, take care.